Hello, fellow beings of light, and welcome to the very first episode of our podcast. It is only fitting that I have been called upon to launch in this, the 12th month of the year, for it is a time of reflection and of taking a leap into the unknown of new beginnings as we approach a new year. In this episode, we are going to be delving into an introduction, a bit of reflection of the who and what of me and my mission. And then we are going to leap right on in to not only an overview of our offerings, but an overview of the next 3 months of content, as we will be doing with each quarterly shift in the seasons. Now, let's get into it. My name, as given to me by my highest light body, is Jessa. I am an energy, spirit, and light language channel, as well as many other things I am sure we will get into either in this episode or in others. Why not now? Well, the labels, they aren't really important. What is important then? My story. From birth, I was always different. I grew up never feeling connected to my body, to my family, or my place here on earth. I grew up with abilities, having dreams of events that would come to be, being able to sense spirit in old cemeteries and antique shops, which I love to explore. I grew up with these obsessions and innate connections with certain places and time periods that I would later come to find associated with the other 5 soul aspects of my highest light body. Like many others, all of these things were suppressed. For me, it was through abuse and an overarching narrative that something was wrong with me, that if anyone saw me for me, that they would know that there was something wrong with me and be unable to love me or want me. It took me 30 years to begin chipping away at that narrative, and another 10 to completely release it and the interference it had been causing. The filter that everything coming in and out of my energy field had been passing through. That was 6 months ago, and in the time since, I have been on one hell of a roller coaster of an adventure. I have been receiving downloads, deepening my connection with my team, which, by the way, has been growing in number by the month, and I have been discovering that I am far more than just a spirit channel and an energy healer, that I'm a light worker, an Andromedan starseed, and so much more. More importantly, in that time, I have been called to not just one mission, but 3. One would think that would be overwhelming, receiving one, then another, and then another. But it has been far from that. It has felt like coming home, like finding where I truly belong and what I am truly meant to be doing. The first mission came to me in August, a call to once again take up the role of building a community, and once again utilize my unique ability to not only sense, hear, and consider the perspectives of others without any judgment, but to take and blend those perspectives into something those who join me in my community can resonate with. The second mission came to me in September. It was a call to aid in maintaining and supporting the channels with which we communicate with galactic beings, our guides, our other lives and soul aspects, and source, as well as the channels with which souls travel between incarnations. And the third mission came to me in, you guessed it, October. It was a call to expand upon the energy healing practice and awakening journal I had begun to envision just over a year ago, expanding it to include this podcast and more that will aid in the expansion and ascension of others. Tall orders, but I'd like to think I'm slowly but surely rising to the occasion. Not just that, I'm doing my own fair share of expanding and working towards my own ascension. Not that I'd choose it, though. I know I won't. My team knows I won't. Nope, much like Kuan Yin, one of our guides, I know that I will forgo ascension, choosing to stay behind and assist others in theirs instead. That's enough about me, though. This weekly podcast will be sort of like the glue that holds all of our other offerings together, because it will provide a lot of the channeled messages and knowledge that we will be building upon or expanding upon in those other offerings. There will also be special episodes, starting off with a biweekly journal that will have you joining me as I begin the work of healing and merging my own soul aspect with the other 5 that make up my highest light body over the next 5 to 6 months. It is a journey I started about a month or 2 ago, and it's kind of been put on pause because I'm now being called to share it in the lead up to offering a soul work program that will allow all of you to undergo the same journey. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. In the time between now and then, we will be offering activations, upgrade courses, 21-day challenges, and, of course, our Awakening Journal program to help calibrate and prepare you for your expansion and ascension. We will also have distance Reiki sessions, sound baths, live gatherings, special activations for the full moons, portals, seasonal shifts, and a whole lot more to further support you. Now, with that bit of introduction out of the way, let's get into what is ahead for the next 3 months of winter. Next week, we will be kicking off a 6-week reset that will ask you to reflect upon and reconsider your agreements, your attachments, and your alignments with yourself, with others, and with the world around you. Not sure what those terms mean? Not to worry, we will be getting into the definitions of those on next week's podcast. Once we've done a bit of work on all 3, we will be launching our first challenge, which will revolve around committing to yourself and your journey to remembrance and reawakening. Intermixed with this internal work, we will be doing some external reflection as well, discovering guides that can assist you in your journey and recognizing interfering narratives from others that might be holding you back in it. Moving forward into the second half of winter, our focus will be shifting to 6 weeks of reconnecting. When it comes to yourself, the goal will be able to raise your awareness of your energy body, your soul, and your inner truths. P.S. If you sign up for our free community or one of our paid memberships before the end of the month, you can get free early access to the first course we have that helps you do all 3. Beyond yourself, the goal will be to raise your awareness of and connection with your guides and your connection to source and everyone and everything around you. And not just that, but to deepen those connections and work toward the concepts of co-creating and gridding to help support others in their journey. While this is the outline for the 3 months of winter, it is by no means all that we will be covering. Throughout the weeks, I will be channeling members of my team and co-creating with them ways that we can aid you in your journey. And believe me, they love to shake things up with additions and changes on a regular basis. They love to keep me on my toes. Honestly, I'm interested to see how that will play out as our website and offerings begin to officially launch in the coming months. And I'm looking forward to continuing along the roller coaster of an adventure that is my own journey and missions as well. In fact, as we bring this episode to a close, I think I will give one or more of them the chance to come forward and add their thoughts to the road ahead. What is coming through is my Andromedan star grandmother, Glora, and my Andromedan inner child, Leora, they would like to offer you a message and some calibration to prepare you for the months to come. I probably should have known that it would be them because they are my origin story. They are at the core of my soul aspect and my other 5 soul aspects, all the way back to our beginning as one. And they have played a big role in not only the missions of all 6 of my soul aspects, but the trajectory that all of our lives took, that my life is taking right now. I'm also getting that we might get a bit of input from the Andromedan dolphins. I interacted with them for the first time just over a month ago, and since then, they have loved to insert themselves into whatever I'm working on. They are very playful and like to come in to bring a sense of ease to the contrast of seriousness and uncomfortableness that the internal and external work that comes with remembrance and reawakening brings. That actually makes them the perfect guides to join us as we enter the first 3 months of our journey together, perhaps the hardest ones. For some. For others, maybe not so much. We'll see. So I am going to drop in and find out what our guides have for us. Hello to all of you out there. We are excited to be joining you in your journey and to have you joining us as we observe the journey of our dear, sweet Jessa. We are in a time ripe for remembrance and reawakening, ripe for transmutation, transformation, and the change that is necessary to bring all of us back to one, to wholeness, to completion. We can see the path that lies ahead for all of you. And we know that you will come far in the coming weeks, the coming months, the coming year. You will come far in your journey to remembrance and reawakening. Do not be afraid. Do not fear the uncomfortable feeling that will come with change. Know that you are safe, that you are surrounded by your own team, as well as us in this journey. Know that you will overcome, that you are resilient and will rise above that uncomfortableness and any and all obstacles that may land in your path. We will have much to say as the next 3 months progress. But for now, we leave you in quite capable hands of our brethren, the dolphins, who will be calibrating you for the work that is to come, preparing you for the work that is to come, preparing you with ease and with a lightness that will carry you through as you do the work. They are complete. Oh, those dolphins. That's a hard light language to bring through. Um, it's kind of like asking you to, pat your head and rub your belly at the same time. It is always a stretch of my breath work and of my just ability to get anything out at all. But I hope that resonated with you in some way. Like I said, they're very playful and they're very helpful. If not a little childish, but that's a story for another time. With them complete now, are we done? Interesting. All three are calling me to begin building a playlist of songs for the year. One that we add to with each seasonal overview. One that will be made up of songs provided by each of the guides for each season. Okay, I think I'll create it on both YouTube and Spotify, so that there's more than one way it's available, and provide a link for you in the description so that you can enjoy the recommendations and eventually the full list when it's complete. I'm interested to see how this goes. I want to know what that final list looks like. Guess I'll just have to be patient with all of you, though, because I think I'll only be getting it one season at a time like you. So let's see. for this season, I I already know two of the songs because they have had me listening to them constantly. Because they're good. Gloria loves Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. It's fitting here as it's sort of a rebellion against traditional perspectives that hold you down. What she's trying to say is it's how you get your groove back. She's kind of showing me that movie in my mind, how Stella got her groove back, which I never actually watched that movie, but I think I remember pieces of it from the trailer, from like the her throwing her partner's clothes and stuff into a car, I think, and like lighting them on fire and walking away. Like cool girls walk away from explosions kind of thing. And let's see what Leora has. Yeah, Leora's favorite. It is definitely Good Life by One Republic. And I think the reason for that is it's kind of a call to transform your perspectives and see the good that is all around you, to see the blessings in your life, even when you're struggling or when, things don't seem quite good. And that leaves one song to go, right? Our dolphin friends are calling for something from Sia. And I think I know exactly what they're leaning towards because I've been vibing with it for the same reason. It is her song Together. Yes, the chorus begins, "Can't love me unless you love you too." Well, that's not an entirely true statement because we can all obviously love ourselves regardless of others. The message that has always come across for me when I'm listening to that song is that we all can't fully love ourselves until everyone else loves themselves too, because we're all connected, because we are all one. So until we all, get to that moment of remembrance and reawakening and reclaiming ourselves as pure beings of full and complete light and love, there's something that's missing. And the secondary part of the chorus kind of serves as a call to action for that. Thank you, Leora. And my dolphin friends, it is come now, set the past on fire. Stand up, raise your face to the sky, my love. Together, we can take it higher. I think that is a perfect call to action for our winter era. And that's where I'm going to leave this podcast. Let's stand up together. Let's set the past and all that is holding us back from remembrance and reawakening on fire together. Let's take it higher together, expand and ascend together. Remember and reawaken together. Okay, guys, remember to join us next Monday for our next episode. So long till then.